Your attitude is key. It literally unlocks every door that you could possibly have when you engage in life, when you go out of your house and you experience other people's experiences, when you mix your reality with other people's realities. Now, why do I say that attitude is key? Because it changes the way people interact with you. It changes the way that you perceive life itself from an inward state. A great example is if you're at work. You can go to work with a sour attitude, with a sad or disheveled mentality. I don't know if that's the right word. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And you can spend the entire day focusing on the negative, the bad attitude that you have, and just carry that into the workplace. All of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but that day, you have a terrible day. Why? Why did you have a terrible day when the day did not change, when the work pace did not change, the environment didn't change? The only thing that changed was the way that you came into work, the way that you presented yourself, and the way your attitude was towards it. The mind is very powerful, and it'll believe anything you tell it. It'll manifest its own reality, its own attitude. If you wake up and your attitude is, I'm so tired, I need coffee, or I'm so lazy today, well, then you're going to have the attitude of laziness. You're going to be on the same vibration or same level that laziness is on, or that is how you will perceive yourself, and others will perceive you in the same way, because that is the expression that you are, from your inner state to your outer state, which is why it's important to have a positive or a better attitude when it comes to anything and everything. If I get annoyed about someone coming to me, let's say I'm doing this video right now and someone just comes in and asks me for their help or distracts me from creating this video for you, all of a sudden my attitude is mean mugging, or negative in any way. No, that does nothing for either you nor that person. They're just gonna take it as, oh, they are unresponsive, or they are cutting off, or they don't like it when I talk to them, or ask them for advice, or bother them, or want their help. Another great example is, let's say you're in a leadership role in your workplace, or that a lot of people look up to you in your social group and environment, or even family home. If you had a bad attitude, or if you're having a bad attitude and you're negative a lot, well, then people are not going to want to come to you. People are not going to want to talk to you. People are not going to want to conversate or ask you questions or just approach you. And why? Because your attitude speaks for itself. You don't need to say anything at all. Your attitude, your expression, your small cues and behaviors, they all add up to how someone would approach you, or if anyone even would. If you seem approachable, if you seem like you're in a good mood, say, oh, this person's finally in a good mood, let me talk to them about something. They might get angry, but I should talk to them because right now is the best time because they're in a good mood. And if you do have these struggles, or you do notice that these things are happening because I brought them up, or because of your own insight in your mind, then you realize that your attitude is the ignition, is the key starter to your car, is the path to creating greater connections, or deeper connections, or connections in general. Let's say, let's do the leadership example. I like that one a lot. Let's say that you're in the leadership position and you have a bad attitude all the time. If there's two people that are leaders in that work setting, and one has a positive, outgoing, good attitude, and the other is the exact opposite, which is a negative, bad, don't talk to me type attitude, who do you think someone's going to go to for advice? Who do you think anyone, any of the co-workers, any of your underlings, I don't know if that's a good word to say, of the regular employees would go to. Even if you have the better advice, even if you have more experience, even if you are the superior person in knowledge and information, they're not going to come to you. They're not going to ask for your advice because of your attitude, because of the energy that you express and your outward appearance to the world around you, to your environment, to the people that are around you. This is why your attitude is so important. Your attitude dictates your reality, and it dictates how people interact with you, even just a random person. If you're always in the attitude, I don't want to say that. If you're always in the attitude of gratitude, it's so cliche, then you will be grateful for everything, right? Because your attitude dictates your mood, and your mood dictates your thoughts, and your thoughts dictate your actions. It's a domino effect. Let's use an example. I love examples. Let's say your attitude is bad. So, because your attitude is negative or bad, you're going to have negative or bad thoughts. And those negative or bad thoughts will be expressed or lead, push onto your behaviors and your actions. And what will your actions do? Your actions will affect others. And what will those affected people do? And now they're in a negative state. Now they're in a bad mood, a bad attitude. Just because you decided to spread your own negativity or your own attitude to others. And it's not your fault. It is your decision to do so, but it's not your fault that it was spread onto them. We all have the opportunity and the obligation to impede or put a barrier or a barricade to not allow others' perspectives, attitudes, and mindsets to change our own. But it starts with you. It starts with your attitude. Let's say someone comes to you with a negative attitude and you're nothing but positive and happy vibes. That's your attitude. That's your mentality. That's who you decide to be for that moment or day or however long you're in this vibration, this set term. Someone's like, I have some work for you. I have to give you some extra work at work. Take all these files. I couldn't bear it. And what is your attitude about it? You could mirror that attitude, which is like, oh, yeah, thank you for the work, man. Thank you for the work, sir, or whatever, whoever you're talking to. Or you can change the attitude, and this would be how you could change it. I want to jump the gun, but I need to do step by step. So let's say you're in a positive attitude and you get the same work, different person, or same person, different attitude. One person is that way, and the other person is, wow, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll try to get it done as soon as possible. Ba-da-da-da. Or you're just happy about it. It's like, oh, thank you. Okay. Just accepting it. Not lashing out in your emotions or your attitude against the person who may not even have control of giving you this extra work, but you have control of how you handle the extra work. And the person who gave it to you is like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Why are you so happy about getting extra work? Why are you so happy in general? What are you on? I want to be what you're on. And even if in the moment you didn't change their attitude, you spread your attitude onto them, or you rubbed off just a little bit onto them. And maybe later on, they transmuted their own attitude to be more positive or happy, because positivity will always outwork negativity or replace it. It's such on a higher vibration. It's just too high of a plane Negativity is down here, right? And positivity is up here. Just the same as altitude. Or standing up straighter. That was terrible. Now, let's change the example or change the environment. Let's say you're in school and you get lunch. The lunch lady just dumping stuff on your plate. Now you could have two different attitudes I'll use for the example. You could be very negative and just, again, mirror what you're receiving. Or you can negate what you're receiving and try to spread your attitude onto them, or try to have a better outlook. Understanding that, hey, maybe they're having a bad day. You know, maybe today's their last day and they're quitting. When you have an understanding, or you change your perception to your perspective. Oh, I should make a video, but when you change your perception, which is your inner reality, to perspective, which is someone else's reality, you change your attitude. Like, it is involuntary, because having understanding is having clarity, and clarity comes with an empathic trait or quality. So let's say let's jump back. Let's say that at work, when you get that extra work, you are positive, or you're happy about it, or you're just not negative. You change your attitude, which changes your mentality. Say, okay, well, I have all this extra work. Well, someone had to do it, right? So why be negative on myself, or negative in general? Because your attitude, again, it expresses, it permeates, it seeds out of you as if you were like a smell. People can smell your attitude from a mile away. They can see it. Let's say I know someone's going to give me extra work at my workplace, and I'm at the job and I see them, give them the side eye. It's like, oh yeah, they know why I'm here. Or you could change your attitude and be like, you know what? Whatever may come, let it come. My attitude would not change the actions that need to be changed. They would not change the actions, because the actions will always be the actions. Yes. So I see this person coming to me to give me extra work, most likely. And it's like, another person to give me more work after I just accepted this guy's work. And this person did this. And that person just came to me to ask me this question when they know that I'm overworked and overpowered with all this extra work. Just changing your attitude changes the mindset. The task will always be there. The overpiling of work will always be there. It's how you interact with it. Whether you finish it or not. Your deadline may be to finish it all, but your attitude changes how fast you're able to process all of this extra information and all this external impacts onto your inner world. So this person comes in to give me more extra work. Is like, yo, I hate to do this to you, boy, but I got some more work for you. Oh, okay, thank you. You know? And they're going to be like, wow, this person is in control of themselves. Or they're going to have a different outlook than the person that they come to, and the person is like, don't you see how much work I have? Why are you bothering me? Whether they come to you or not, the decisions and actions and outcomes will be the exact same. And it is up to you if you let it affect you. It is up to you if you decide to have a bad attitude about it or a good attitude about it. If you're in a coffee shop and someone jumps in front of you at line, it doesn't matter if they did or not. It's how you react to it. It is your attitude about it. You could be very mean and cold-hearted. It's like, what the heck? Oh, hell no. and you're like, hey, buddy, yo, I was in line. Yo, jump out of line, please. I was here first. The other attitude that you could have about it is the understanding of it. Maybe he doesn't know where the line even ends or starts. Maybe he thinks that you're a pushover, or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you react to it, your attitude about it. Hey, sir, miss, you might have not meant to do this, but I was in line first, or you're jumping in front of me, and the line starts back here. And just changing that outcome, just changing that attitude to the person that wronged you in some way, changes their attitude towards you. The first person where they were negative and bad, the other person could have been like, excuse me? And though disrespected, you could have started an argument. And all because of you feeling misunderstood. So you decide to use that your attitude to make them feel misunderstood. And in the second option, when you're nice and having a good attitude about it, the person's like, oh, you know what? You're totally right. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. I'm going to go to the back of the line now, or I'm not going to be in front of you anymore. And the only thing that changed, the actions were the same. The scenario was the same. But the only thing that changed was your attitude about it. This is why attitude is key. You can choose to have a good and positive and happy attitude, outcome of your scenario, of your experience, of your situation. Whatever happens between, whatever happens after, whatever happened before, will never change because of your attitude. The only thing that will change in these situations and scenarios and examples is the way that you are, your reaction towards it, your attitude about it. If I have the attitude, today's going to be a bad day, well then, my thoughts are going to align with that attitude, with that expression that I'm seeding out, like an aroma. If my attitude is, today's going to be such a positive and great and happy day, people may look at you weird because that may not be the case. But you're choosing to have a different attitude about your day. And it's okay to have a different attitude about it. In fact, it is beneficial for you to be different in these scenarios and situations because it makes you more open. It makes you more vulnerable to positive outcomes and positive experiences. When you notice yourself being in situations where you don't have control after the experience happened, after the situation happened, it's like, dang, I just lashed out. I just had a bad attitude about getting extra work. I just had a bad attitude because someone else decided to spread their negativity, spread their bad attitude onto me. You noticed it, which is great. It is wonderful. It is the first step to changing your attitude. The second step after, let's say after, would be to say, okay, how could I have changed my attitude about it? Or even now, I don't need to have a bad attitude just because it started out that way. I can change it whenever I like. If your attitude in a relationship is, oh my gosh, I don't like when this person talks to me because every time they talk to me, they always have something negative to say. That may be true in every single situation. But if you choose to come from a positive attitude and be like, okay, what do you want to talk about today? You're allowing vulnerability and openness to come into you. Instead of allowing yourself to be closed off, allowing yourself to be a barricade for this person or shutting down or putting a wall. The only thing that changed was your attitude. The situation is the same, and whether you accept it or not, you are probably going to still have that talk. Whether you like it or not, you're probably going to have that conversation with your significant other about something negative that you did or something negative, right? Just changing your mentality, changing your attitude, changes your reality, changes the situations that you're in. You could be in the same situation as the next person, but it's how you deal with it and your attitude towards it. Thank you for being here. By the way, if this resonated in any way, or if you have any questions or comments, oh my gosh, can you hear that? If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down in the comments below, and like and subscribe. It's just before clarity. Thank you for being here. My name is Augustin.